All right. Excellent. Here we go. Here we go. And we're live. How's everyone doing tonight? Happy December the 22nd. 2 days till Christmas Eve. And we'll start the official. It's a beautiful day in the Beautywood. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Please won't you be my viewer? I told you I'm going to get that cut. I'm going to have that made so I can put it in the background. I'm sure I'll get sued, but, you know, the whole Mr. Rogers thing. But there you go. We throw in the code, it becomes official because then I'm actually at work doing the thing. All right, don't forget to hit that like button, smash it, destroy it with your finger. We had 1,000 last night. Let's beat 1,000 likes tonight. We had like 500 viewers last night, which was outstanding. So we'll talk about it. Now, the music industry gets really slow this time of year, like incredibly slow. And with that, there's a lot less stuff that goes on. So there's less bands performing because it's near Christmas. The music industry doesn't release new music, so there's not a lot of new music that's released. Rock stars don't do stupid shit, except for some. Like Nikki Sixx did stupid shit. We'll get to Nikki Sixx almost dying of a heroin overdose on this day. Yeah, I know. Nikki Sixx, Motley Crue. What do you expect, right? That's how that goes, right? You know, bands do stupid shit. Death by misadventure. That's the way it works. Death by misadventure. Give me a shirt extra large. I'll wear it around. Outstanding. I'll have to work on that for you. We've got one. Black or white for mustard stains. Yeah, I'd say you go for black. Black is the way to go for black shirts. Yep, I'll work on getting that for you there, Obi. We'll see what we can do next time we get a drop off. I think I've got one lurking around here somewhere. Actually, hold on. Let's see if I got one right here. Oh yeah, look at this. I got a box right here. Oh shit. See, look at that. I got a box right there with your name on it. See? Right there. We'll get one. We'll leave one in a box for you so next time you come over. Next time you drop something off, I'll find you an XL. Well, there's a 2X. Let's see if I can find an XL for you. There's here somewhere. I got plenty of white ones, but I don't know. Do you want to stain a white one? That's a 2X. That's an M. I'll find you an XL. Don't worry. I'll leave a little bag. I don't know the next time you come drop something off, but I'll leave a little bag. You want 2X? 2X works? I can leave a 2X outside for you. You know, put it in a little bag, put it in a Ziploc bag, put it next to the mailbox. You can pick that up. See, people want to wear the shirts, man. It's cool. Cool. I'm telling you. Rockin' star, rockin' star. So the industry slows down, man. There's a lot less music news this time of year just because of all of the lack of stuff going on because there's not much things happening. So it really becomes a little bit less jammed with stuff. So I have to find other things to talk about, which is harder. Because, you know, it's the way it works. You know, I had to go out do some shopping today, did a little Christmas shopping. That sucked. I hate the traffic. And people are really considerate when they're driving and trying to park. Not at all. I mean, good God, people. You know, there is no Christmas spirit when it comes to driving. I'm just going to tell you. My personal pet peeve of driving at Christmas time is, holy shit, man. Where's the Christmas spirit? There is none. It's like, get the fuck out of my way. It's brutal. I mean, wow. Not a lot of Christmas spirit when it comes to driving. Just saying. Not a lot. All right, well, let's see. We're just going to jump around tonight. We're going to go, this is episode 205. 205, episode 205 of Randsanity. So welcome if you've never been here before. It's nothing in particular. It changes each day because it's the same format basically, but there's always different news every day. So, and I jump from, you know, new things to old things, stuff that's relevant. I do stay away from, a little bit away from country music because I'm not a fan. So it falls into more classic rock, alternative, current, but not country. Sorry. So if you expect country music, you're definitely going to be disappointed. Not a big country music fan. My apologies for anyone that is. To you for liking country music, that is. All right. So this one's funny. All right. So you got to appreciate, you know, when these things happen. On this day, the 22nd of December in 1988, a chance to see Morrissey play his first show as a solo artist for free led to a mob in a concert venue. Basically, for Morrissey's debut sold-out concert in 1988, anyone wearing a Smiths t-shirt got in for free, basically leading to a mob at the Wolverhampton venue. Okay? So, December 12th, 1986, the Smiths unknowingly played their last show together ever at Brixton Academy. 2 years later, Morrissey debuted as a solo artist with a show on December 22nd in 1988. It was at Wolverhampton Civic Hall. The show was the final nail in the coffin of the Smiths as a band. This official end of an era for the diehard fans of the Smiths. Morrissey released his debut solo album, Viva Hate, in March of 1988. The December show marked his very first solo outing, despite bringing on 3 of his former bandmates for the backing band. Bassist Andy Rourke and drummer Mike Joyce joined Morrissey on stage, making the show seem like a tribute to the Smiths, but it wasn't. This surely felt promising to fans who hoped the band would carry on in some shape or form. Johnny Marr did not join them, as he had officially cut ties in 1987. But with the addition of touring guitarist Craig Gannon, it must have seemed like the Smiths would somehow soldier on, and, this would just sort of be the new Smiths. However, Morrissey soon felt burdened by the constant reminders of the old band. Rourke, Joyce, and Gannon backed him up in the 1989 singles Interesting Drug and The Last of the International Playboys. But shortly after that, he parted ways with them pretty much once and for all. The unhappy past descendants upon each time I hear the voices Morrissey wrote in his 2013 memoir, and I decided not to invite them to any further recording sessions, he said. So, Morrissey's first solo show marked the official end of the Smiths 2 years later. His first show ushered in a new era for the former frontman and for fans themselves. He would go on to create a successful career as a solo artist, despite less than savory political opinions and an unfortunate habit of canceling shows at the last minute. Yeah, I actually have succumbed to one of those, a last-minute Morrissey cancellation. Yes, I did. But despite only performing 3 Smith songs at the December 1988 concert, it served more as a farewell to the jangly post-rock icon than a solo debut. One thing is for sure, though, and this is undeniable fact, the show was mobbed with fans. That had a lot to do with the fact that the Smiths had just broken up. Fans were desperate to see any crumb of their favorite band, but it was also because anyone wearing a Morrissey or Smiths t-shirt got into the show for free. That's like 10-cent beer night at Cleveland Stadium. Yes, it's going to be a mess. How does anyone in marketing think that that's a good idea? And if you've never read the story about the 10-cent beer night in Cleveland Stadium, please go online and go read about 10-cent beer at Cleveland Stadium. It is just brilliant. I want to know who actually thought this was a good idea, who was in charge of this, who allowed this to happen, and who continued doing it, because after it started to get shitty, they were like, oh, we'll just let the fans serve themselves, which I thought was even better, even more brilliant. That was that, like, oh yeah, we'll just go ahead and let these people do themselves. Fucking genius. Absolutely fucking genius. Anyway, according to accounts from both Morrissey Fansite and Rolling Stone magazine, the line outside Civic Hall was swamped. Only about half the crowd that showed up made it inside. Then, during the show, fans swarmed the stage like they were storming the beaches at Normandy. This wasn't technically unusual for a Smith show, but here it became almost unmanageable. Multiple times Morrissey had his introductions cut off or missed lines due to the mayhem of the enthusiastic crowd. This is illustrated in the bootleg concert video, which circulated around May of 2013. You can find, there is a link for that too, this bootleg concert video. The set list, meanwhile, featured Smith's tracks that had never been played live before, an interesting choice for a solo debut. The songs were Stop Me If You Think You've Heard This One Before, great song, Death at One's Elbow, and Sweet and Tender Hooligan as the encore, all released in 1987. They'd never been performed live with Johnny Marr in the band. So, you know, Morrissey is infamous for that. It's just, we got to meet him once. You know, someone made a joke about Meat, and he got really angry, which was, you know, that whole thing that, you know, he doesn't do Meat, but he got very mad at it, which was kind of funny. We're just glad he didn't cancel the show because of it. That's all. That's the way that works. In 1997, MTV removed the song by Prodigy. They actually edited it and removed it from the rotation. Smack My Bitch Up by Prodigy. They banned it and removed it. Good old MTV. Freedom of choice? No, they actually did that. Meat is murder according to the Smiths, I believe. It is true. Meat is murder according to Morrissey, which is a great song, just so you know. And in 1957, on the 22nd of December, the Crickets, which was Buddy Holly's band, released the single Oh Boy, backed with Not Fade Away. It became their third top 10 hit. Oh Boy was originally recorded by Sonny West in the late 1950s, but it didn't achieve any commercial success. And in 1964, the Rolling Stones' cover of Not Fade Away with a strong Bo Diddley beat was a major hit in Britain and was the A-side of the band's very first U.S. single. Good old Buddy Holly, another one of our plane crash victims. So now, because it's slow, unfortunately, a lot of the stuff I have news-wise is death. It's like death days. I'm like, what the fuck? Everything, death, death, death. I'm like, all right. So I tried to find less death things. How about this one? The only holiday chart topper ever. Only holiday chart topper, number one chart topper ever, came out in 1958. And do you know what song it was? It was the Chipmunks. The Crazy Chipmunks song. The one that says, you know, the Christmas song, Don't Be Late for Christmas. Christmas time, but that one. That was actually a number one hit in 1958, and it's the only chart topper Christmas song ever. That's so funny. The Chipmunks. Oh, man, I love that. Hit the like button, smash it, destroy it, make all those things happen. Hi, Joe Lewis. Yeah, it's true. He does have a pretty voice for a bigot. The 10-cent beer night by the disco demolition. It's one of those things like, yeah, 30-cent wing night. No, that's the same. I didn't experience the 10-cent beer night at Cleveland, but I did read the story, and I've read like so many accounts of it because I was really curious about it because my friends told me about it. That one that actually like knew about it firsthand, and holy shit. I was like, come on, I have a degree in marketing. And it's like, what in the fuck were you thinking? I'm always amazed at how bad people underestimate the stupidity of humans. I mean, I really, really am. And, you know, when it comes to doing stupid shit, like we have such an incredible ability to do it as humans. Like, wow, how did you think that was going to end well at all? 10-cent beer night. Like, that's like 10-cent hot dog night. When they have that at the Clippers Stadium, yeah, you go with $1 and you buy 10 dogs. You feel like shit the next day, but you do it. I'll eat 10 hot dogs. Yeah, each one takes 15 minutes of your life off, so you lost 2 hours of your life. But hey, you had 10 hot dogs. It was great. I only spent $1. So yeah, what do you think's gonna happen? You're sending 10-cent beers. Oh, it's too much for me to comprehend how stupid that is. But I love it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love it. I love that fact that, you know, these marketing geniuses do this stuff. We, you know, had one in Ohio, the Blue Jackets, the Columbus Blue Jackets. There was a marketing disaster when it came to the whole idea of what they did with Boomer. If you've never saw this, go Google Boomer, okay? Google Boomer Columbus Blue Jackets. It looks like, well, it's a cannon, and it's an old man and has a mustache, and it looks like, it's very phallic, especially when we're shooting T-shirts. And, it made it as far as this mascot made it to an actual game. I was at that game and was like, what the people were covering their kids' eyes like, oh my God, what is this? So think about all the people something like that has to pass through. What do you think about this? It looks great, boss. Great. And it goes up the chain and no one says no. Great. I mean, it took me about 3 seconds to be like, holy shit, what a disaster. And of course, then when it was publicly out there, it was a fucking disaster. Because it looked like an old man's cock and balls, to be perfectly honest with you, okay? And it was just a nightmare. But they, no one had the balls to say no. No, wow. Boss, this actually looks like this. So, I think that's the biggest thing, the yes men, woman problem of just agreeing as the thing goes up the food chain. So yes, some of these things just, hey, everyone that wears a T-shirt gets into the show for free. What do you think? People are going to go wear T-shirts. So of course you're going to have a mob on your hands. Like, if it's a Smith or Morrissey's T-shirt, okay, I have a white T-shirt. I have a black Sharpie in my pocket. Hold on while I write the Smiths. I'm coming in for free. It didn't say an official shirt. It just had to say Smiths or Morrissey. I'm just brilliant. Fucking brilliant. That's what I love about people. We're the best. Oh, shit. I'm going to skip that one because I don't really want to care about the Beatles right now. In 1967, the Jimi Hendrix Experience, along with Pink Floyd, The Who, Eric Burdon and the Animals, and future Queen guitarist Brian May, all appeared at the Olympia in London at an all-night festival for Christmas on Earth. Basically, the venue featured a paddling pool, light shows, and a movie theater. Tickets were $4. $4 to see Hendrix and Floyd and The Who, and I mean, okay, sure. Wow. That's just skipping that one too. See, there's everything is just horrible. There's no really good music news this time of year. I think that's the way it works. Middle management ideas. It's definitely middle management ideas. I love that so much. Middle management ideas. Jill, nice touch. I like that. Yes, because see, I learned a lesson so long ago that, as the boss, I learned that your subordinates, your coworkers, okay, because if you act like the boss all the time, you don't garner the respect for the people that you really want. Okay, and that's the people that you work with and rely on every day to get the real shit done. All right. So when someone tells you like that's well, boss, I don't know if that's a great idea. Well, I think it's a great idea. We're going to do it. That really, really kills the spirit of people wanting to interrupt later on and tell you when something is bad when they know you're going to fall flat on your face and look stupid. So you have to actually pay attention to someone that does that. So yes, I learned that early on that, yeah, if someone that goes, yeah, that might not be the best idea. Well, why not? Explain this to me, like I'm a child. Well, and when they do and you go, oh, okay, I guess that is a bad idea. You'd be surprised at how much more willing they are to share good ideas with you later on, as opposed to, yeah, fuck you. You can deal with the consequences of looking stupid. So yes, I definitely have learned that before, that it is definitely one of those things not to do, to totally dismiss the ideas of your subordinates, especially in middle management, if you're the boss, because you'd be surprised. Sometimes it's the interns that are the ones that go, hey, I think that's really dumb. Be like, shut up. You're 18. You don't know anything. Sometimes they go, tell me more. You're 18. You might know everything. Just for the fact that they're not afraid to speak up, because they don't understand that, oh my God, you can't say no to the boss. He'll fire you. Maybe he won't get fired because you realize that you just aren't getting made fun of and being stupid. So yes, that's how that works. Just saying. 1973, we'll say Elton John. He started a 2-week run at #1 for his album Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. It had an 8-week run at #1. Oh, God, I'm totally not paying attention. The camera just totally turned off, didn't it? Sorry about that. I'm completely devoid of paying attention tonight. Like I said, I spent way too much time, and I was completely unprepared because I had my Meta headset on. So see, I dug out my Meta headset, and I play this game called Population 1, which is sort of this first-person shooter. So normally, if I'm bored, I'll sit down late at night. You know what I say? Sometimes I sit on the couch and watch TV. Well, sometimes I'll sit on the couch and I'll play Population 1. But I haven't played it for months. I've just been so busy that I haven't been playing it. So I was digging stuff out, and I found it down in a box of crap tonight. And I'm like, oh, shit, I should do that because I can game. I'm trying to get it so I can game so you can watch Population 1. But then the headset wasn't working, and the handset wasn't working. I had to put new batteries in it, and then I couldn't get it to link, and I couldn't get it to connect. So I will try my best so that I can do that because I think people would like that. It's kind of a fun game, Population 1. It's the only game I play. I don't play any other game on the headset. I know there's like a billion games out there, but I just kind of get locked into this game, and that's what I play on it. Except for my friend shoots in virtual presence in VR. For TVs, Adam Contras. If you follow him, he is from here. He used to be a DJ with us at the station. He owns the Guinness Book of World Records for the world's longest vlog. Since he's been vlogging for 20 plus years at least. So he literally has the Guinness Book of World Records for the world's longest vlog. It's kind of cool. It's a cool thing. And Adam's a cool cat. Really smart guy. Virtual presence. That's what he calls his filming stuff in virtual reality. And it's fucking cool. He said he just did 3 shoots at Disney and got a couple of the rides. I'm like, dude, send me the link. I want to see the link. I will totally watch that. Because, watching a roller coaster ride, at 2D is like a film. But 3D, the immersiveness of it, oh yeah, I want to see that. I definitely want to see that. It's definitely the real deal. You have to really, really dig virtual reality. If you have a headset, go look for this guy. For TVs, Adam, and see if you can find the links because he's got some shit that's just nuts, man. It's so cool. It really is. He actually shot one with me when we did the radio station, when he got his very first shot with some of the sports teams. He's done it with LeBron James and Bronny, his kid, and some other stuff. And he's done some serious stuff with this stuff, VR. So very cool, very cool. Anyway, the album from Yellow Brick Road contains Marilyn Monroe tribute, Candle in the Wind, as well as 3 successful singles, Benny and the Jets, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, and Saturday Night All's Right for Fightin', which it is. If you're going to get fighting, you might as well do it on a Saturday night. So, just saying. Now, this one I didn't realize. I don't care about it. Fuck it. I'm going to not bother because that's why I didn't even know about it. In 1981, a year after John Lennon was killed, at a rock and roll memorabilia auction in London, a stage suit by John Lennon sold for, ready for this one? Which, again, I don't understand, like $3,300. That's it. A letter from Paul McCartney to a fan sold for $3,500. And a sculpture of John and Yoko was bought by singer Kate Bush for $5,700. Gross. I'm just saying. In 1984, Madonna started a 6-week run at #1 on the U.S. charts for Like a Virgin, her first U.S. #1 produced by Niles Rodgers. Family groups sought to ban the song as they believed the song promoted sex without marriage. Oh, isn't that quaint? 1984, trying to ban Madonna for Like a Virgin. Oh, that's so quaint. I love hearing stories about like the 1980s where you're like, really? That's what you're worried about then? Shit, man. You should see what you have to worry about today. Shit. 1987, Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue was pronounced dead on arrival in an ambulance when his heart stopped beating for 2 minutes. Nikki Sixx was given 2 shots of adrenaline in his chest to revive him. His fellow bandmates were prematurely informed of his death. This all resulted in an overdose of heroin. As I say, don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. Apparently, that didn't actually kill Nikki Sixx. He's still here. So that's like a Pulp Fiction moment right there, okay? Dead for 2 minutes, adrenaline, right in the heart, fill it up, and... that, I would have paid money to see that. To see Nikki Sixx take a needle in the chest and then pop up, I would have been like, holy shit, it really worked. No, I drove an ambulance, no less, okay? And I've never seen that. I never got to see someone get an adrenaline shot to the heart and then pop up and live. I've seen someone take an adrenaline shot but not live. It was like, nope, that didn't fix them. But that would have been interesting to see. Oh, Nikki Sixx. Right. So excited. James Brown, lawsuit, producers, movie, unsuccessful. Yeah, whatever. You know, I'm bored with James Brown tonight. Damn Trent. Yes. Comes a vast wasteland for local alternative music after seeing that devise. Oh, thanks, Charles. It's true. It does suck. I'm not going to lie. I hate the fact that there's no good music in Columbus. I have to listen to my own. At some point, I would love, maybe I'll have to start streaming and sharing all the big room performances. But I see the thing is this, I can't do it without paying royalties. I can't just stream the music because then I have to pay the royalties to them. That's how crazy that is. You know, so you get screwed every way. It really is. You know, everyone's got their hand out. No offense, but they do. It's like, pay me. And again, I always believed in paying artists. Don't get me wrong. We paid lots of money to artists. We tried to pay bands every time we did stuff. We didn't ask for, you know, for print type stuff. But yeah, man, it's a tough biz. It's a tough biz. So, also on this day for Madonna, besides Like a Virgin going to #1 in 2000, she married Guy Ritchie in Scotland of all places. Celebrities attending the wedding were John Bon Jovi, Bryan Adams, Sting, and fashion designers Donatella Versace. They divorced in 2008. And remember, I told the story that they wasted so much money that eventually the court just went ahead and said, you know what, here, we're just going to go ahead and award this much money. And Madonna had to pay Guy Ritchie like $30 million, which I thought was brilliant. I'm like, yes, that's perfect. Madonna makes more money, so why shouldn't she have to pay? Just saying. All right, now I have a whole bunch of deaths. Joe Strummer, guitarist Joe Strummer, died of suspected heart attack at the age of 50. He, sang London Calling, Rock the Casbah, Should I Stay or Should I Go, plus 40 other, 15 other top 40 singles. London Calling album was voted best album of the 1980s by Rolling Stone magazine. Joe Strummer was also a member of the Mescaleros. I believe I have a picture of myself with Joe Strummer somewhere. I know I do. I just don't have it that I didn't pop up tonight. I didn't feel like digging through my archive of pictures. James Brown at the Newport, you saw? Yes. James Brown, yes. You saw the ticket stuff? Nice. James Brown. Free James Brown. Free James Brown. Nikki Sixx, yeah. Papa Don't Preach. And my pictures with Andy of all things. Speaking of the Guinness Book of World Records, the annual list of all-time greatest music by the Guinness Book of World Record hit singles was again topped by Elvis Presley in 2003. The list based on the number of weeks spent on the UK singles chart looked like this. Elvis, 1,193. Cliff Richards, 1,152. The Shadows, 771. Elton John, 623. Madonna, 606. Diana Ross, 560. Michael Jackson, 509. Rod Stewart, 577. The Beatles, 456. And David Bowie, 452. So that's pretty crazy if you think about it. In 2003, that Elvis was that far in front of the Beatles. I mean, more than double. Still the king, baby. Still the fucking king. 2005 marked the most searched name on the internet, according to Google, was Janet Jackson. Can you believe that? Janet Jackson was the most searched name on Google in 2005. It had nothing to do with the infamous wardrobe malfunction of the 2004 Super Bowl, I'm sure. It had nothing to do with her boob hanging out for the wardrobe malfunction. But that's hilarious if you think about it. Most searched name, Janet Jackson. That's crazy. Everyone wants to see Janet's boob. We want to see Janet's boob. It's brilliant. Brilliant, I'd say. Just brilliant. Okay, so let's see. Died Dennis Lind. Wrote Elvis songs, Burning Love, Goodbye Earl for the Dixie Chicks. Okay, yep, that's sounds about right. Now, see, this seems more like it. In 2008, a long-lost cassette tape of a drunk John Lennon recording a cover version of rock and roll songs sold at auction in Los Angeles for $30,000. The 6-minute recording, made in autumn of 1973, is of John Lennon performing Lloyd Price's Just Because, debauched lyrics improvised by a drunk John Lennon, including "Just a little cocaine will set me right," and "I want to take all them new singers caroling the other one with the nipples. I want to take them and hold them tight." Drunk John Lennon. Oh, fuck. I want to hear the whole thing now. I need to find the drunk John Lennon recording. Oh, that's hilarious. I love that so much. The just a little cocaine will set me right. Well, apparently it will, Mr. Lennon. Apparently it will. Drunk John Lennon. I mean, look, who hasn't said stupid shit when they were drunk? Different camera, different camera, different camera. Well, that's what happens, you know. That's why drinking may be involved. Now, this one's kind of fucked up. In 2009, the FBI released 333 pages of documents compiled about Michael Jackson between 1992 and 2005. The files reveal that they made several investigations into death threats against him made by obsessed fans, alleged inappropriate involvement between Jackson and underage males, as well as fears that he may have become the target for terrorists. I mean, okay, 2 or 3 of those seem, you know, bad, but yeah, there's that one that just keeps popping up. The FBI investigates for Michael Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael has left the building. In 2010, the Abbey Road zebra crossing in North London, made famous after appearing on the Beatles album cover, was given whatever grade 2 listed status means in London. The crossing, the first of its kind to be listed, was being recognized for its cultural and historical importance, following advice from English Heritage. The Beatles were photographed for the Abbey Road in Ian McKellam's iconic cover shot for the 1969 album cover, Abbey Road. So I guess that just tells you they're not going to color it or change it, is all that means. We're going to leave something historic. Thank you. Thank you so much for doing something that you are going to fuck up over time, as everything else eventually gets fucked up. That's just me. I just noticed, you know, all these things happen. It's like, oh, wait, we should keep that because that's really important. Oh, no, we are not going to do that because we need to change that. Let's see. Marva Whitney collapsed, dies. Yep. Joe Cocker dies. 2014, Joe Cocker died of lung cancer in Colorado at 70. He was known for his gritty voice and spasmic body motions. We've all seen that, you know, when he sings the Beatles with the help from my friends. Let's see, with a combination of blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Cocker dies. Beyonce, not dead, but Beyonce's politically charged visual album Lemonade was the music critics' favorite album of the year in 2016. The record, which tackles themes of black empowerment and female identity, topped a poll of polls compiled by the BBC. It beat David Bowie's elegant swan song Black Star, which was released 2 days before his death in January. Good job, Beyonce. Let's see. Leslie Wright, American guitarist, 2020, died. Let's see. Founding member of Mountain, Mississippi Queen. You're from Mississippi Queen. Yeah, he died. Let's see. British guitarist Robin LeSueur, 2021, died. Thomas Bell, 2022, died. Just a lot of people seem to die in this day. Let's see. Laura Lynch, Dixie Chicks, 2023, died. Okay, she got killed in a car crash. Ugh, that sounds horrible to get killed in a car crash. The only one that didn't die was George Michael. Wham's Last Christmas became the year's first UK number one 39 years after it was first released, making it the first time George Michael had been a number one in a Christmas week. First released in 1984, Last Christmas was originally held off the top spot by Band-Aid's charity song, Do You Know It's Christmas? Good old Bob Geldof. UK fans streamed the song 13 million times, makes it the most popular song ever during Christmas week. And this was 2 years ago in 2023 by good old George Michael of Wham. Yeah, I like that. I did that one. Other people that died this day, Maurice Gibb was born on this day of the Bee Gees. He would have been 74, but he died at the age of 44. Also born on this day is Robin Gibb, who is also would have been 74, but he died at 58. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Rudy James Edwards of Manic Street Preachers. He was born on this day. Would have been 58. But remember, he's the one that vanished. He just vanished and gone. He was missing for quite some time, and then they found him like a month later, I think. Or not, actually, they've never found him. So he vanished at the age of 28, but they didn't pronounce him officially dead until 2008. But he vanished like decades before. Kind of crazy if you think about that. 30 years prior. So he was gone for 30 years. Never found. And then also born this day, Ralph Fiennes. He's 63. I really want to see the new movie he's in. One, I think he's a great actor. But he's in that new movie 28 years later, The Bone Temple. I've seen lots of advertisements for it. Definitely excited to see The Bone Temple. That looks like that's going to be one of those good movies. So I'm definitely all about that. All about that one. And then again, I talked about there was plenty of people that died, so I didn't really go into it like anybody else. I didn't even want to search for it. I'm like, got plenty enough. Because the news is slow. The music industry shuts down this time of year. Right? I was never more worried about the zombies dancing in Thriller. Oh, shit. Well, I hope everybody got their Christmas shopping done and all their holiday stuff done. It's that time of year. Like I said, I had to drive around today to go do some shopping at a mall, and God, people are just so fucking rude. I totally intentionally slowed down while driving today just to piss people off because they were like zooming up on my ass. I'm doing the speed limit, and I was like, fuck you. You know, you need to get there. We're on a slow street. It's a 25-mile-an-hour road. There's pedestrians. We're walking around the mall, and you're zooming around the parking lot like you're at the Indy 500. Like you're going to crash into a car. I held the door open for a couple of nice old ladies a few times because I was like, are you coming in the store? You know, this very nice old lady. I'm like, oh, come on in. I held the door for her. She goes, thank you so much, young man. Have a Merry Christmas. I was like, oh, you too. Oh, nice old ladies. As opposed to the one lady that I had to go to a returns department. She was like, are you in line? I'm like, yeah, like it says returns. I'm staying right here. Like, what do you think I'm doing here? Just standing in the middle of the aisle for no reason? Like, the line's behind me, biatch. People are just amazing. I love people so much. No, not really. I mean, no, I do. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I hate everybody. No, I don't. I don't hate everybody. I don't hate any of you. I love all of you. Promise. I mean, that's I'm sure, yeah, Christmas time is hard at Kroger. I'm sure it is. I'm sure anywhere is hard at Christmas time when it comes to retail. I have nothing but, the most admiration for people that have to work any retail during the holidays. That's just, yikes. I just can't imagine. So this last story I'll talk about is about AI because, I think it's interesting. Spotify and AI specifically. AI has to get trained, okay? And the only way it's going to be better or learn how to write music is if it steals it. So Spotify, basically their library was plundered. And the doors open for the music preservation, but also for AI companies. Spotify's library was scraped in the name of music preservation. Okay? But it will also make illegally trained AI even easier, which isn't great. The extreme amount of metadata from Spotify's music library has been scraped by pirate activists as of December 2025. According to a report from the blog of Anna's Archive, the archive serves as a shadow library for Spotify to preserve mostly text-based medias such as scholarly journals. However, the anonymous individuals at the archive found a way to back up the majority of Spotify's library. Okay? According to the blog post, Spotify hosts around 256 million tracks. The archive contained metadata for 99.9% of these tracks. 99.9% of 256 million tracks. It also archived 86 million audio files, or 99.6% of all listens. As of December 21st, only the metadata has been released, but there are plans to distribute the roughly 300 terabytes of data in the stages. In a statement via Billboard, Spotify indicated it's investigating the incident. An investigation into unauthorized access identified as a third party scraped public data, the metadata, and used illicit tactics to circumvent their digital rights management system to access some of the platform's highly coveted audio files, said a spokesperson. They're actively investigating the incident. As of December 22nd, as of today, Spotify released an updated statement saying that Spotify has identified and disabled the nefarious user account that engaged in unlawful scraping, according to the spokesman from Spotify. We've implemented new safeguards for these types of anti-copyright attacks and are actively monitoring for suspicious behavior. The statement continued, since day one, we have stood with the artist community against piracy. Oops. And we are actively working with our industry partners to protect creators and defend their rights. Right. I see that. Either way, it's been a year for Spotify's boycott. Remember, I don't use Spotify, so if you ask for a Spotify playlist, I can give you a YouTube playlist, but I can't give a Spotify playlist because I don't use Spotify. I don't think they treat artists properly. I don't think they share the royals correctly. And they're just kind of not my thing. More artists have been pulling their music from the platform every day since July. Several organizations called for the protest against the company. And when Spotify Wrapped dropped in earlier December, the shady startup investment, the lowest royalty payments out of all platforms. That's Spotify Wrapped. They run ICE recruitment ads, raising monthly costs, and they're inundated of AI slop. The general public said they're fed up with Spotify. So if Ann Archer archive didn't scrape the entire Spotify music library, the fact that it did this at all puts tech-savvy listeners in a unique position. In theory, these files could be used to build an open source streaming platform if someone had the right tools and probably ironclad legal representation. As a blog post described, this is the world's first completely open preservation archive of music. While it's not a comprehensive archive of the history of recorded music, it's still an impressive feat. With enough disk space, the post-its, anyone could mirror the archive themselves. 256 million songs. The collection aims to preserve the world's music heritage, which is admirable given the general accommodations of music throughout streaming and distribution monopolizing. But there are also downsides to this open archive. Like, for one, it can illegally train AI, making it that much easier for it to be able to copy and write songs. Ethically dubious AI companies have already scraped the world's most popular songs to train their slot machines at making AI music. What's stopping them now? Nothing. There's copyright enforcement to contend with, but this is notoriously and almost universally strict. But the cat is already out of the bag, so they may not be able to get this thing back even if they're forced to. So this may have been an opportunity for AI to pretty much have the opportunity to listen to, scrape, and learn from 256 million songs. Let's see what we get out of that. Not excited. That's not a great thing. I really cried today when I found out I called and see one shirt. Oh, Healing with Leaf. Sorry, didn't mean to make you cry. Not my goal. Don't appreciate that, making people cry. It happens though, you know. Sorry, Leaf. I get to cry all the time. All right. Well, I hope everyone's ready for Christmas because it's here. It's on top of us. I'll continue to do this all the way through the holiday. Do the best I can. Like I said, there's not a ton of news. It just really, really slows down this time of year, like ridiculously so, because bands aren't playing a lot of holiday shows. Fish would play, a Christmas show, and occasionally there's Christmas Eve shows, but not a ton. So I may have to jump on and thanks, Healing. Love you, mean it. I do run into that on occasion. The last couple of days since I've been out in public during the day, which I don't do a lot, I've run into someone every day that someone was like, "You're Randy Malloy." I'm like, "Yes, hi, I'm Randy." "Oh my God, I love you so much. You don't know who I am." I'm like, "That's all right. I get that. It's okay." So it's weird to be recognized in public. It is. Just if you've never had that happen, it's weird to be recognized in public. But I do love it, and I do appreciate it because it does, reassure that I did good things. That, I'm not such a horrible cunt after all. Which I kind of am at times. Don't get me wrong. You have to be. I work in the music industry, and so you have to kind of be a little bit thick-skinned. It's not exactly for the cupcakes of the world. Sorry. There's a lot of people we got to deal with. Right. That's how it works. Stay sane. Yeah, good luck with that. I don't know about that one. I haven't been sane for a long time, Jill Lewis. I have not, It's just how it is. It's hard to stay sane. That's all I can tell you. But anyway, I'm going to let everybody go. Go live your lives. Monday night, I can tell because the green garbage cans are out. When the green garbage cans are out. Yeah, Jeff Buckley died. He actually owed over $1 million to Columbus Records. I could see him owing money to Columbia Records. It happens. We'll have to get you on here, Dr. Goddard. Anyway, happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody. And I'll look forward to seeing you. I'm here every night at 11 o'clock. I do this every night, 11 o'clock, religiously. like it's my job, because it is at this point. It's my only musical outlook for the world, is to keep the spirit of independent radio music alive and well. So I will continue to do that. And my tradition of I'm going to get a cease and desist letter from the Mr. Rogers. Pucker and Randy, woo! Smash that like button. Just destroy it. Take your finger and be like, we'll get to 1,000. So yeah, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful day in this beauty wood. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Please, won't you be my viewer? It's lovely, my new tradition. Taking on and off the sport coat means the beginning and the official end of the show. But yes, I will get a cease and desist. I'm sure at some point, Mr. Rogers, someone's going to be like, bro, you can't do that. Just saying. But yes, every night at 11, I'm here. So stop back. We'll make that way. I can leave the OB tomorrow if you're going to come by. Let me know. If not, I'll see you tomorrow night, and I'll make an arrangement to leave it sitting somewhere for you. All right? All right. Take care. Be well. Have a stupendous Monday night and a fabulous Tuesday. Hopefully everybody gets to leave work early tomorrow, or no work at all, because it's the night before Christmas Eve, right? Whatever that means. I don't know. I don't have to work anyway. I mean, I do, but it's not like I have to work for anybody. I work for myself. So, fade to black. Have a stupendous evening. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Ooh, please won't you be my neighbor? 1K! Woo! Love you!